Think of it. A spider that big? We'll clean up with it.
No, Joe, no. I say let's get away from here.
Oh, scared you, Dixie, huh? Well, it don't me. I tell you, this blasted jungle has spit out a gold mine for us.
But with the trap, are you sure of it, Joe?
Sure, I'm sure. We'll catch him. And it won't be butterflies paying our ship fare home, Dixie. It'll be the biggest spider in the world. That's all right, huh, Dixie?
But are you sure of the trap, Joe?
The wind's strong tonight.
Yeah.
I wonder what time it is.
Stars are gone.
Getting up morning.
Yeah.
It was always earlier before.
Trap frightened them away.
What do spiders know about traps?
You said yourself they're clever.
Don't be a fool.
But you said yourself...
Just talking, that's all.
There's a fear in me. Cold and sharp as if...
Wait.
Huh?
The edges are clearing. It's coming. Stay quiet.
Joe, let him go.
Quiet or I'll kill you.
Don't pull a trap.
Quiet.
It's looking at us.
Another step and it'll be right under you. There. I got it. Oh, look at it, Dixie. It's right. And it's mine. The biggest spider in creation. I'll get all the money I need. Oh. Well, Dixie, what's the matter with you? Come on, why don't you say something?
Trapped. And it doesn't move. Just looks at us. Joe.
And?
How many days since?
Well, say it. Since we caught the big fella? 3. Yeah, 3 days.
You haven't said it.
You're telling me.
Why do you...
Because I'm playing it smart. Pretty soon that thing won't be caring much about anything. And I'm going to slip the bottom of that cage and off we go.
They say such creatures can live for a long time without eating.
Not when they're that size. I figure that sitting out there in that sun all day, well, in about a week it won't care much whatever we do with it.
Joe. So black.
Yeah. The midnight special, ain't he? Those big, hairy legs.
Once I saw an octopus. Devilfish.
Oh, yeah, sure. This one looks like a dry land devilfish, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, will that make a billboard at a circus sideshow? Will we clean up?
The legs, the strength they must have.
Not when I get through it.
Look at it, Joe, be honest.
Huh?
Isn't it a strange fascination when you look at it closer?
What are you talking about?
Its eyes.
Well,
How they shine.
so what?
As if there was a thought behind them.
You're starting that again.
All these 3 days it sits there so quietly. Its eyes like burning flames just watching.
Cut it out.
If it is thinking, I'm afraid of what it is thinking.
How do you need it, Spider? Yeah, plenty of. Hey, Dixie couldn't take it anymore. He's off looking for a cool spot. But me, I didn't want to leave you alone, Spider. I didn't want to leave my meal ticket. You're going to be a big-time attraction on the boardwalk in some big-time circus, Spider. Yeah? Yeah, you're a screwy-looking thing, Spider. They won't believe it until they see it. The fella's going to cost them plenty before they do see it. Spider. Why'd you move? Spider. You're not dead. Get a stick. Spider. Bless you, you're not dead. You can't be dead. It's been only a week since. You can't be dead. You're my chance. You can't be dead. Curled up with your legs over you. Bless you, move. Reach in and see. Let go. Let go of me. You bastard devil. You fooled me. Let go. Let go of my arm. Get away. Let go. Dixie. Dixie. The spider. Come on, Dixie.
Joe. Joe, where are you? Joe? Oh, the sound suddenly so quiet. Joe? Where's the man? He said he'd be here. He said... Buddy, what? Dried up. What? Joe! Joe, come quickly. I found a body. Joe, come quickly. Must see who? Joe. Joe, it's you. Joe, how did this... What? The spider. But how... Gone. Gone from the cage. And what he did to you, Joe. Might come back while I was staying here. Might come back. Gotta get out. Yeah, get things together. Butterflies, take boxes and get out before... Something move behind that tree. No, won't get me. Won't get me. Won't get me. Oh. Oh. My foot pushed it. Must have broken my... Oh. Gotta get away. Oh. Gotta get away. Gotta get away. Gotta get away. Oh, my leg. Crawling. How far have I crawled? All day. It's so dark. Never get me now, that devil thing. I did get away. I crawled miles. I did get away. Clear. Someone to help me. Crawled to the house. Someone to help me. So dark. Oh. Tired. No strength to call out. Crawl and find someone to help me. And I'll be free. Free. Got something. What? A body. Joe, you, but how? What? Back in the camp. I'm back in the camp. Crawled all night in the circle. Back in the camp. No. Get out. Get out before... Oh, my leg. No. Can't crawl anymore. That sound. What? Behind me. It's behind me. Waiting to jump on my back. No, don't. Nothing. Isn't there? If I could only crawl again, if I could only get away before... The moon coming up bright. No, I'll see what... Not here. Only you, Joe. Empty flesh over there in the moonlight. Blast you to the devil, Joe. You brought me here. You was right that you died, but that spider won't get me, not me. It's gone now. My leg will get better. I will get away. Yes, I will. Spider, come back. Oh, no. No closer. No closer. No. Going back. Well, what? On Joe. Crawling over him. But Joe is dead. What is the spider going to... Spinning a web over him, turning him around and around like a fly, covering him with that thick silk. Spinning a web of silk over Joe. Sleep? Sun. Morning, it is morning. I'm alive. Someone coming. Gotta hide. Who? So heavy I walk it can't be that devil spider. Must be one of the savages there. Help me. See who? Joe. It is Joe alive. Joe, I'm here. Joe, I'm here. Wait for me. Joe, why do you stand there? I must have had a dream. All that happened, yes, a dream last night. Oh, it's such a funny nightmare to tell you. Joe, why do you just stand there? Why do you just look at me? Your eyes, the sun shines in them, they hurt me. Don't look at me like that, Joe. Your eyes so dark, so big. I say closer, closer, my friend, come closer. I have such a happy thing to tell you. Closer. I hear you. I like what your eyes are singing to me, Joe. Yes, I come closer. You keep telling me that happy thing. Yeah. I'm close to you now, Joe. Tell me what your eyes... Your hand. Why do you grab my arm? Your other hand, my other arm. Why do your fingers hold my arm so tight they hurt me? Another arm on my shoulder. Joe, another arm holding my neck. Joe, so many arms, how can it be? Joe, it is you. I see your face, but your eyes bigger and bigger. Sun so strong in my head, burning my head inside. Is that why I see such crazy things, Joe? Joe, why don't you say something? Your eyes bigger and bigger, burning into my head. Now your face is changing. Joe, it is you. Then why doesn't your face... Joe, that sound, your face, your arms... Spider... You are the spider. The spider. Your eyes fooled me, didn't they? Made me think I was seeing Joe, but all the time it was you, Mr. Spider. They're wonderful eyes you have, Mr. Spider. I'm not afraid anymore. Isn't that a joke? Your black arms pull me close. I see the poison dripping from your fangs, but I'm not afraid. It's very funny. When the worst thing really happens, you're not afraid. I'm not afraid. Your fangs. Closer. Closer. I'm not afraid. Right deep. Right deep.
Mr. Obler, what's the moral of tonight's story? Stay away from spiders?
Yes, especially from black widows. No, Frank, our story tonight was just in fun, which reminds me of vacations, of which few of us are going to have any this year. And speaking of vacations, I'd like to tell you about a very amazing vacation I once had, visiting haunted houses. And after that vacation, I was badly in need of something our government wants from us very much these days: nurses. Now, here's some facts, and please listen because they concern each of you. Unless the nurse power of the entire nation is reinforced by the enrollment of 65,000 students in the schools of nursing for 1943, all of us face a real threat to civilian health. Therefore, beginning immediately and continuing through the spring and summer months, nursing must be considered America's #1 woman power shortage. I'd like to say some words that the government said. 65,000 young women must dedicate their lives so that others might live. Now about haunted houses. Well, I visited all the legendary haunts up in New England, but, well, I went through the moss-covered old piles and creaky-floored structures and weather-beaten homes and all the places where the souls of the unhappy departed are supposed to walk through the night.
What happened?
I caught a violent cold and met a little old lady.
Oh, who's she?
Well, you'll meet her next week in a play titled Little Old Lady. And to all of you, a very, very cordial invitation to an amazing little old lady next week.
Yes, tune in next Tuesday again for Arch Obler's eerie story, Little Old Lady.
It is later than you think.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria.
Elizabeth!
To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you've heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stuns your emotions. Frankenstein.
Don't touch that!
Presentation of the world's pioneer broadcasting station, KBKA, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Good evening, friends. This is Raymond, your host. Welcome again to the Inner Sanctum. Come in, won't you? You'll have to excuse me for not getting up, but I have an awfully stiff neck. You see, I was out with a certain lady last night who collects very curious things. She spent the first half of the evening telling me how wonderful I am, but after that, well, it's one thing when a girl tries to turn your head. It's another when she tries to twist it off. Well, now let me invite you to come to the desert and hear the story of Desert Death. It's an original tale written by that spinner of surprise stories, Robert Newman. And our star tonight is Horace Braham. The desert, eerie and mysterious at sundown. The sun sinking slowly in a purple haze. The cactus casting long and weirdly twisting shadows. The hot wind still. Silence over all. Driving fast, a dusty car comes down a narrow desert road. At the wheel is Dan Darrell, a rancher. Next to him is his Indian friend, Toby Priest.
Still worrying, Toby? Stop teasing me, Dan. You know I never did worry. I just told you what my people used to think it meant.
Used to think? Didn't you say we ought to postpone our trip into town today?
I did.
And when did you say it? Right after you saw 3 vultures flying together toward the sunset. That means 3 days. A bad omen for a journey. Hey, look.
I see him.
What's the man doing out here in the middle of nowhere on foot? Anything the matter, stranger? Need any help?
You're very kind. Our car broke down and, well, we were in a bit of a spot. Didn't know whether anyone would be likely to come along here or not.
We? Oh, I didn't see your friend. Well, come in. We're going to Palo Verde. We're glad to take you that far.
Well, that's very decent of you. Thanks.
My name is Dan Dow, and this is Toby Priest.
And I'm very happy to know you. I'm Richard. This is Brennan and Smith. How do you do?
Howdy. You're British, ain't you?
Why, yes. Clever of you to spot it. We're on our way out to the coast. One of those hush-hush missions. That's why it's so important we get into town.
Oh, sure. Which way'd you come? Medicine Creek or Route 12?
Why, Medicine Creek. It sounded more scenic. He's lying, Dan. You know that, don't you?
What makes you say that, Toby?
Use your head. He doesn't look. Mr. Darrow, surely it's considered rude to whisper in front of strangers, even here in America, isn't it?
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Yes, I'm sure you will be. But first I must insist on knowing what you were saying.
Insist? What you mean, insist? This is my car and this is
I know. A free country. But this is a gun. That's why I can insist. And now, will you tell me what you were saying? I was saying it, so I'll tell you. I said you were lying, that you weren't British at all. No? Well, then who are we? I think that you're Nazi prisoners who escaped from that camp up near Post City. Oh? And what makes you think that? First, none of your clothes fit you, so they're obviously not yours. Second, you said your car broke down, but there wasn't any car around. Third, you said you came by way of Medicine Creek, and that road's closed.
All right. Stop the car and let us get it over with.
You mean shoot them? Not so quick, Bernard. We can use them for a while yet. At least one of them.
What the devil do you mean?
Of course, your Indian friend is right. Very clever, too. But since I have a gun, you will take orders from me. Our first need is water. You have any in the car?
No.
And then we will have to find some.
Yeah? Where'd you expect to find water in the desert?
I told you we were Nazis, Darrow. I did not tell you that we were Rommel's men from the Africa Corps. That means we know the desert, any desert, better than anyone on Earth. Those hills off there to the left. Take the left-hand road at that fork there and head toward them. But do as I say.
How much further you want me to go up this wagon track?
Slow up. Isn't that, yes, the shack right next to the cliff. Stop.
Looks deserted, but there, next to it. Is that not a well?
It should be. Brenner, go see if there's any water in it.
Jawohl, Herr Colonel.
You two come with us. We'll go look at the shack. What is this place? Those terraces up there on the cliff. Pueblo. Cliff dwellings. Centuries ago, my people lived in villages like this.
There is water in it, Herr Colonel. Even a bucket to get it off with.
Good. Come into the house. Match, Smith. From the dusk, I'd say no one had been here for a good many years. Prospector's cabin, wasn't it?
Probably.
That means... There's what I want. Shovel.
What the devil do you want that for?
Gonna dig yourself a grave?
Yes, Darrell. That. But not for me.
Huh? What you mean?
Precisely what I said. Sit down. Make yourself comfortable, and I will explain things to you.
I'll stand if you don't mind.
Oh, not at all. We Nazis are very objective, analytical people. We decided we needed a car to make our escape in. Now we have one. We also decided we needed someone to drive the car and get us safely across the border. That means we can use one of you. The other one will die.
You wouldn't dare.
My dear Darrell, outside of the thousands of men we've killed in North Africa, who don't count, we killed at least 2 guards in making our escape. Do you really think one more death means anything to us? The only question is, which of you shall die?
This one here. He talks too much.
Well, that's not quite fair, Brenner. He's just, shall we say, less stoical than the Indian. On the other hand, I think that in the long run, he would probably prove easier to handle, less dangerous. That means that the Indian dies.
What? Why, you...
Thank you, Brenner. Smith, take the gun, the shovel, and our Indian friend, and watch over him while he digs his grave. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Of course, I personally would prefer a deeper grave, but that's up to you.
The depth is not important. The only thing that matters is that it faces west. That is why I dug it with the head against the cliff. An old tribal custom.
Very interesting. Similar to the Egyptians. But of course, they believed in a life after death.
My people believe in a life after death also, Colonel. And in this case, I think I can promise that I will not rest easy in my grave.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hear this, too, men from across the seas. Men with death in your heart. For the evil you would do, evil will follow you like a hungry wolf.
What is that? Marty just mentioned. A wolf.
Though you bury me deep, the earth will not hide me till you have paid for your crimes. Here where you are killed, here too will you die.
Now, Herr Colonel.
Yes, Brenner.
No. You can't, you.
Very good, Smith. I'll take the gun now. Fill in the grave, then meet us back at the cabin.
What a place. It's worse than Qatar.
I wish you'd sit down, Darrell, and stop staring out of the window.
You're worried about your friend. I buried him very nicely. I'm not worried about him. I'm thinking about what he said before you killed him. I should think that you think about it, too.
That? We have had more curses played on us in more languages than you have hairs on your head.
What's that? Must be the wind.
No, it is different. More like some kind of musical instrument.
But there's no one around here but us. There hasn't been anyone living in those houses up on the cliff for centuries.
It's just the wind, I tell you. But if you want to, go take a look. Go take a look, I said.
I will, Herr Colonel. It's too dark. There's too much sand blowing to see anything. But wait. Go there near the foot of the cliff. There's something. It looks like... It's the Indian. He's lying there. Out of his grave. Oh, you bury me deep. The earth will not hide me. Till you are paid for your crime. Here where you are killed. Here too will you die. Just a moment later now. The 3 Nazis are still standing at the open door of the deserted cabin, staring out into the darkness. And the colonel turned sharp. Grasped his death.
What does that mean, said Garrett?
I was just repeating what Silver said. Before you murdered him.
It's true, Herr Colonel. That's what he did say. The earth will not hide me. And there he is out of his grave, lying there.
fine example of the Africa core. Listening to the ravings of a savage and believing them. Schmidt, where did you bury the Indian? In the sand. Then this wind came along and blew the sand away. And that's all. And that's strange. Another trick of the wind. But if it bothers you to see him lying there, go on out and bury him again. Deeper this time.
No, Herr Colonel, no.
That's an order.
Jawohl, Herr Colonel.
And Schmidt seems to be getting a bit rattled.
That's why I sent him out there. Nothing like facing a fear to overcome it.
Colonel Ulrich, do you not think it is about time that Schmidt came back?
He's only been gone about 5 or 10 minutes. I told him to dig the grave deep this time.
I know, but I do not see him out there anywhere.
Well, how could you expect to when it's so dark and when the sand is blowing like that? Maybe we'd better go out and see what's taking so long. And you too, Mr. Darrell, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Smith! Smith, where are you? Blasted idiot. Probably wandered off into the desert. Smith!
Look, the Indian, he is still lying there. He never did bury him.
That means Schmidt never even got over there. Must have lost his way right after he got outside. Schmidt!
I think you can save your breath, Colonel Ulrich. Not over here. The well.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Schmidt, say it.
Well, why are you looking at me like that, Brenner? Exactly as I said. He lost his way in the darkness, the sandstorm, fell down the well.
Yeah, I guess that is what must have happened.
After you, Mr. Darrell, since you discovered Schmidt, you shall have the pleasure of burying your friend the Indian again.
Jawohl, yes, Colonel.
I'm sorry, I never did appreciate the American type of humor. Now get busy with that show.
Yeah, just point out that well, it's easy for you to knock me down when my hands are tied. Not so easy for me to use a shovel.
Oh, I intend to untie you. But please remember always that I have a gun, and that Brenner and I have every intention of getting away from here. I'm happy to see that you've stopped pacing the floor and looking out the window, Mr. Darrow. That means you've stopped expecting something miraculous to happen to Bruce Baby.
Is that what you think it means?
Frankly, no. In fact, I think just the opposite. You're looking much more cheerful than before. You're thinking one of them is dead. Now it would be that much easier to get away. It really pains me to disillusion you. Schmidt was a sergeant, a fool. I can assure you that neither Brennan nor myself are going to be bothered by strange noises or tricks of the wind. Right, Brenner?
Of course not, Colonel.
Good. And now, if we're to make an early start, I think we should get some rest. Brenner, you take the first watch and wake me at midnight. I advise you to get some rest too, Darrow. Maybe you'll be able to dream of some way of escaping.
Thanks. But I'm not sleeping.
As you wish. Good night.
What a character.
He was one of the best soldiers in the Africa Corps.
Yeah? Where's Africa Corps now? Where are you? This isn't Africa, Brenner. This is America. This is a part of America where strange things happen. Things that even the Indians can't experience.
Indians. Ignorant savages, but the devilish music again. Where does it come from?
I thought you said it was the wind. Or was it Ulrich that said that?
Must be the wind. Must.
Bury me deep. The earth will not hide me till you pay for your crimes.
What is that?
That was what Tova said just before you killed him.
Schmidt was first, Brenner. You will be next. I'm waiting, Brenner. Waiting.
You
Waiting.
heard that too?
Yeah. I heard
You're lying. You're lying, I say. You're just trying to frighten me.
What? Who's trying to frighten you? What's going on?
It is nothing here, Colonel. Just that music again. For a moment it sounded as if someone was calling my name.
Someone was calling your name, Brenner. A dead man. You know you heard it.
So, there it is again. You hear it?
Just that same noise. The wind.
Look, Woolwich, look. That Indian is out of his grave again.
How can you tell? It's too dark to see.
But I know he is. I know it.
I'm very disappointed in you, Brenner. You're losing your grip. Slipping.
I'm sorry, Herr Colonel. It is just this place, the nervous tension, the waiting.
Just being sorry isn't enough. Fear is a weakness. As much of a weakness as pity. You know that as Nazis we cannot tolerate either one. And you also know what you must do, don't you?
No, Herr Colonel. No.
You must face your fear and overcome it. You must go out there and prove to yourself that you are not afraid. That you've just been imagining things the way Schmidt did. But Schmidt was a fool, and he had an accident. You are an officer, and you will not have an accident. Now go ahead and convince yourself that this is all nonsense.
Jawohl, Herr Colonel.
But leave the gun with me. What's out there is imaginary, but Mr. Darrow is very real. If I didn't have a gun, he might get ideas.
Jawohl, Herr Colonel. Here. We'll be back in a few minutes.
You're looking at me very strangely, Mr. Darrow. Perhaps now you're starting to understand the fiber of the Nazi character. And perhaps now you're beginning to realize why you can never win this war. Because we allow nothing to defeat us or stand in our way. Any sign of weakness is ruthlessly stamped out. Abel! God, what's that?
Sounded to me like Brenner.
Outside, quick! And don't try to get away or I'll shoot you down in your tracks.
Okay. Which way?
Across the cliff, where we buried the Indian. That's where he went, and... What's that over there?
My guess is that it's your friend, Brenner. Maybe you better make sure.
It is Brenner. Dead. Strangled.
So it was all imagination, huh? Just face your fear and overcome it. Aren't you feeling just a little frightened, Colonel?
Yeah. No. There's some rational explanation for everything that happened. Look. The Indian. He is out of his grave again. And that's the answer. He wasn't dead. But this should take care of him. There. And you will notice that even at a moment like this, I look ahead. 1 shot before and 4 now. That still leaves 1 bullet for you, if it should prove necessary.
You think of everything, don't you?
Yes, my friend, everything. Now get into that car. We're not going to wait until morning. We're leaving here right now.
I thought you had everything figured out. You weren't frightened.
What's that?
What's what?
That noise, that music. It's like the music we heard after we killed the Indians.
I don't hear anything.
Oh, but you must hear it. You must. Listen. It's coming from over there.
For the evil you have done, evil will follow you like a hungry wolf. Though you bury me deep, the earth will not hide me till you have paid for your crimes.
Did you hear that? Did you hear it?
Yeah. I heard it.
Here where you have killed, here too will you die.
No. You're dead. You're dead, I tell you. I killed you.
First Schmidt, then Brenner, now you.
But you're dead, I tell you. And the dead don't speak. I can't be really hearing you unless... No. I can't let that happen. I can't. There's one way. The Nazi way. A way to fool you all. This is why you'll never beat us. Never. Never.
my head. I was already dropping by the time he fired. Outside of that, I'm all right.
Figured that was what had happened when Schmidt went down the well. I knew it was an accident.
I was pretty happy that it was you that buried me the second time. That you put my face against the cliff, left a hole for me to breathe. The first time, well, it was pretty tough until the wind blew the sand off.
Yeah, but what about when he shot you again? That ungodly music.
It wasn't me who shot that second time. It was Schmidt. I pulled his body out of the well. I figured that in the dark, no one would be able to tell the difference. As for the music, that's why I dug the grave here. You see these holes here in that cliff? My people drilled them centuries ago. The wind blows through them. Makes weird music. This bottom hole was blocked up, but I opened it while I was digging the grave.
Talking of graves, there's 3 of them we should be digging right now. Just one more thing I'd like to ask you, Toby.
What's that?
What you said this morning. Those 3 buzzards flying together toward the west. Does it really mean 3 dead?
There were 3 dead. Weren't there, Dad?
Boy, Toby. Never give a Nazi an even break. Unless it's in the neck. As for our 3 visiting murderers, they may not like our sense of humor, but they can't complain about our poetic justice. After all, it was in the desert that they got their just desert. We must have a word of advice. Here it is. If you should wake up one of these nights in a cold sweat, convinced that there's something or someone in your room, and if when you look toward the window you should see a strange figure silhouetted in the moonlight, then pull the blankets up over your head and don't look out again. It'll be one of our 3 friends from tonight's story, one of the Africa corpses. Good night. Pleasant dreams.
And this concludes this edition of our Halloween special Radioland. Thanks for listening as we take you back now to 2017 and the 21st century. We'll have another edition of Radioland. Stay tuned for Radioland coming up on GJRB Online here on Spreaker in November. On November 15th, we have Springtime in the Rockies in Lux Radio Theater. Then it's Dr. Kildare, followed with comedy from Father Knows Best and Abbott and Costello. We'll have superheroes with the Green Hornet and Superman. And we'll have some music and comedy with Bob Hope and Blondie. That's coming up on Radioland November 15th, right here on GJRB. Stay tuned out for Swing Time, next on GJRB. The Christmas lights are on, and the music is playing for another bright holiday of programming. Join GJRB again this year for the best in holiday internet entertainment. From all-time Christmas favorites to classic radio programs from the golden days of radio, GJRB will keep you entertained with the best of the holidays. More American Christmas jukebox shows, the annual running of Campbell's Playhouse with Orson Welles and the radio version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, starring Lionel Barrymore as Scrooge, along with Christmas episodes of your favorite classic radio shows. Then, New Year's brings you another Gary Russin year-end review show, remembering the best of the Gary Russin program in 2017. I'll be bringing you the best clips of GRP from January to December. Bright Holiday starts November 25th at 12 o'clock noon Central was American Christmas Jukebox on GJRB. Strange things in the sky and around the world. Strange beings sighted. What's going on? All around us, conspiracy theories are being discussed. This is the show all about the strange things that are way out there. I'm Gary Russ, and this Way Out There is back with more weird stories of the strange